Gasper Papi Chulo Oliver.
That's not an official nickname, by the way.
Is it not? I mean, that's not. I haven't heard that in like 20 years.
Oh, man. Giorgi Barliani, David Harrison. Middleweight action. Barliani undefeated, but boy, there's got to be a little bit of a, I don't want to say pressure, but a sense of responsibility representing the Marquez MMA name for the first time, and David Harrison not looking to respect that name at all.
Nah, you can't. Like, you just got to go out there and go, you look, all right, I know you come from a good team, but I'm not fighting your team. I'm fighting you, and you got to show me. So he's doing that. He's putting the pressure on. He doesn't look intimidated. He looks like he said, you know what, you might be 3-0, but I got 3 wins too, so there's no advantage for you.
See right now, Harrison controlling the cage, throwing heavy. That left hand kind of landed over the top there.
Yeah, and that's the second big shot that he landed on Barliani that dropped him backwards.
Barliani not hesitating to always fire that right hand down the pipe. Oh, they are winging shots.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory, but this is, you know, when you're a young fighter, you play in this game.
Harrison continues to control the center, throwing some heavy leg kicks as well. Barliani switching stances on the outside as he moves left. And they're both winging heavy leather inside. Another nice left hand.
Yeah, Harrison's doing a good job landing that left hook. Every time Barliani comes in, he kind of leaves his right hand down a little bit, and Harrison has done a good job of taking note of that, catching him with that left hook.
Nice sprawl as well there on the shot. Dug the underhooks, kind of wrenched the action over the fence. Perfectly handled by David Harrison. Barliani switches offside, but only for a moment. Wrestling, battling for position.
Yeah, and this is actually good for Barliani, and that is to just make Harrison work. He's obviously physically stronger, but you want him to work. You want him to try to see if he can't wear himself out a little bit and level the playing field on that physicality. Now, in the process of doing that, Barliani can't wear himself out, so he's got to use his body weight and technique in order to get Harrison to wear himself out if that's his agenda.
Yeah, there certainly seems to be a strength difference between the two of them. Harrison, as we said on his walkout, just an absolute brick house, and he's showing that power along with the technique as well, though, right? It's not just pure strength. He's digging the underhooks, putting the feet in the right place, smiling maybe a little bit there. Barliani working from the outside right now, under 30 seconds to go, but just as I say that, Harrison switches outside again.
Yeah, and he's just doing a really good job of stopping that inside trip. That inside trip is the most reliable takedown from this position, and Harrison has seen that coming and did a really good job of stopping that, not once but twice so far in this first round.
Indeed. He'll look on the outside, does get it that time. Late in the round here, he's going to try to get some damage off, and he land a few big punches. He's getting those through. Harrison looks to be okay, but maybe that gives Barliani a little touch of confidence, right? Because he struggled on the inside trip, but he hit the outside late. Maybe he'll give him a little boost of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a tough round to score. Obviously, that last little burst of energy from Giorgi might have been able to steal him the round, because I don't think he was winning the round up until that point. Might have been able to steal it for him, but if anything else, if for nothing else, it should give him some momentum, some confidence, knowing if I start fast in this next round and jump on him early, it'll give me more time to put pressure on Harrison.
Agreed. That was the most success he had, was in those closing seconds.
All right, let's look at some of this action early. Again, there's that kick, and there's that left hand from Harrison that I talked about earlier, just catching Barliani over the top. Now Barliani, knowing that the inside trip wasn't working, so he goes outside this time, has success on the outside trip, and catches Harrison on his way back up and just hits him with an onslaught of punches on his way back up.
Yeah, and I respect how much capitalizing he was able to do in that very, very short period of time. Maybe enough to sway the judges. I still lean towards Harrison in round one, but the thing the judges see last sometimes sticks with them. So we'll see if it goes that far, how the judges had it.
Well, Barliani just has to turn it on now. He has to go, all right, I was controlling you at the end of that first one. I'm gonna reset, restart early now.
Kicks traded there.
And Harrison not having it. Harrison just coming forward and going to say, you know what? Okay, you might have got the better of me at the end of that first round, but I'm gonna steal this from you. Not a good shot from Harrison, though.
Oh, he didn't set that one up at all. Harrison is a tank, but yeah, he's got to set the techniques up. Barliani has showed his skills.
Well, and that's one thing that you can always challenge from somebody, is that as the fight goes longer and they start getting a little more tired, they just start making bad decisions. And that shot from Harrison showed a bad decision that if I'm Barliani, I'm going to put pressure on him to see if I can make him make more bad decisions.
Right now, it's Harrison applying the pressure. Barliani wisely realizes he doesn't want to stay against the cage right there and trade shots. Barliani changes levels inside on a single.
And he's got to move him around here, make him carry the weight.
Great balance again from Harrison. Remains upright because Barliani really was deep on that single but couldn't capitalize. Control that leg briefly. That's the halfway mark of round number 2. Barliani, as you said, I think he wants to make Harrison work here as much as he can right now. Harrison, I think, is going to be happy to control from the outside if he can.
Well, Barliani, when he had that single leg, he wanted to hold that a little bit longer and move him around a little bit more. Because when you get a guy to hop on one leg for too long, that leg gets tired. And he let him go a little too soon.
Barliani continues to control from the outside. Looking for head position there, trying to put the forehead on the chin. Pin him up against the cage, changing levels, switching to the double. Harrison again with great strength and power, tries to wrench it over, and Barliani stays with it. Winds up on top, 30 seconds to go.
Now he's got to really capitalize here and do some damage if he wants to steal this round. And he could possibly do it, but he's got to get some space. He's got to get away from his chest-to-chest position, get some space so he can rain down some meaningful punches.
You can see Harrison trying to control the hands underneath. The clapper sounded for the final 10 seconds, ticking off the clock here in round number 2. There's the big posture, and maybe a look at the guillotine choke as well. Round is, boy, it's so loud, I couldn't even I couldn't hear the bell.
I couldn't hear the bell. I was thinking maybe he stopped that too soon.
Yeah, glad he did not, but Gasper Oliver was right on top of it. And another interesting round for the judges to score, but again, it was Giorgi Barliani who ended up on top.
And we see Giorgi in on this double. He switches from the single to the double. Now he goes to the body lock, tries to step inside, but he does a good job of just changing his angles and changing his directions till he gets what he wants. There goes again. He steps inside, then he steps behind, and then again, then he steps around again until he gets the takedown. The fence actually helped him a little bit because it didn't give Harrison any space to really kind of sprawl out and get his balance. But Giorgi did a good job of just changing directions and trapping the leg until he got the takedown that he wanted.
Well, it's gut check time for these two athletes because I don't believe either one of them can feel extremely confident that they're ahead on the scorecards. My highly unofficial card, I think it's probably 1-1. You see a couple deep breaths being taken there by the muscle-bound David Harrison.
This is where it comes down to, and I hate when it comes down to this, but it sometimes comes down to who wants it more.
Right.
And, you know, if you want it more, you got to really go out there and show it, because when you got a situation where it's like 1-1 and then you don't really show it in that third round, you could never complain about the ref's decision. The judge's decision, right?
Exactly. Harrison did have a little spring in his step there. He's trying to start quick, but Barliani was able to slip out and back to the center with relative ease.
Now, if I'm Barliani, I'm throwing a punch and I'm grabbing him right away. I want to get more time. Like, he's been able to get them takedowns with like 30 seconds left in a round. He wants to give himself at least a minute, maybe a minute and a half. I'm shooting in, getting in the clinch now to give myself time.
Continuing to control from the center there, but it's Barliani.
Now Barliani, he shouldn't have backed up there. He should have kept the pressure on, because he could have backed Harrison up to the fence and they got another grab on him.
Shot there from range, didn't necessarily set it up and trying to make something happen.
Again, he could have pushed him to the fence. He's got to be able to use that fence to his advantage. Now for Harrison, Make them pay a little more. On all those missed shots, you got to make them pay.
Harrison walking forward. He's been the aggressor through most of this matchup. He's landing clean early. He's found the target a little more difficult to find late. But as you said, Dean Thomas, who wants it more right now? It is that gut check time. Because of these rounds have been close, this round is close.
Yeah, I mean, this is back and forth, but again, this might be a situation where Harrison is controlling. Like sometimes, like we like to look at the action of the person shooting the takedown. Oh, big moment for Barliani. And if he can maintain this top position and do some damage, he might steal this fight.
I love that takedown, man. When you can just control the body, wrap that outside leg, push through. Beautiful work there. And as you said, Barliani on top. That is a key takedown in the final minute here of round number 3. Harrison trying to explode up.
And beautiful work from Barliani to not allow himself to get off balance here. But Harrison doing a good job. Not going to settle. He's going to give himself another opportunity.
Didn't accept that bottom position. Rolled over, worked to a kneeling spot. Barliani trying to attack the neck as they work back to the feet. Not there. Harrison pops the head free. What can he do here late? Barliani trying to sweep the leg out once again. He'll get another late takedown. 3 for 3 in the late takedown category.
And that's going to look bad for Harrison to the judges to get taken down twice in this last round.
I agree, man. Well-matched fight between these two. Great action in middleweight. Giorgi Barliani believes he's done enough to get Marquez MMA their first win of the night. Meanwhile, David Harrison certainly showed his dangerous capabilities and maybe slowed a little bit late. Just found himself up against a challenging opponent.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the judges scored that. I think the last round was pretty clear, but the first two were close enough that it could have went either way.
I agree. Personally, I think Barliani rounds 2 and 3, but as you said, when rounds are close, you have to understand, man, it can go either way.
It can go either way.
You know, what position the judge has on the cage, etc., can change everything.
Let's look at some of these takedowns. There's a kick from Harrison. Then Barliani with the fake to the right, shoots a double here. Doesn't get it, but he trips as Harrison tries to throw him. He gets that outside leg and trips, secures half guard position. Here's Barliani in on the body lock up against the fence. He pushes. That's that last takedown. That's the one he really needed to kind of secure this round, at least, if not the victory in this fight. Gutsy performance from Barliani.
It really was. Fun fight. Judges tallying the scores. I'm thinking 29-20. I got round 2 and 3.
I'm thinking 29-28, and if body language is any indication, I don't like Harrison's body language.
Agreed. Like, he kind of feels like, I know what I did wrong.
If the judges right now on the side trying to make a decision, they're looking at his body language going, no, I can't give it to that guy. He don't even look like he wants it yet.
Obviously, they turned the scores in before, but you are right. When one guy's got his head down a little bit, that's not a good sign. But the scores are, and I will say, like I said, round 1, round 2, I put question marks next to my score. Round 3, I felt pretty dang confident about. But we shall see. Dr. David Sarnoff has made his way into the cage, and he will let us know who's walking away with a win.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Belinsky has the fight 30-27. Judge Coleflesh has the fight 29-28. Judge Monsky has the fight 29-28 for your winner. By unanimous decision and still undefeated out of the red corner, Giorgi Barliani.
So even a 30-27 in there as well.
And I'm not surprised at that because at the end of that first round, he did get the takedown.
Yeah.
Now, while I thought he might have lost up until that point, that was enough. The visual of him getting that takedown at the end of that first round was enough to sway at least one judge.